What are your go-to sad songs? Hurt by Johnny Cash. Elliott Smith's entire discography. Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd is currently my go-to sad song. Mad World or One More Light. One More Light is amazing. I remember when the album came out and I listened to the entire album for the first time. I wasn't sold immediately on some of the songs, but One More Light really felt special. I told my sister at the time about how good One More Light was, even though, at the time, I wasn't completely sold on the rest of the album. I specifically compared One More Light to Imagine by John Lennon in that it felt like a song that would endure within Linkin Park's discography. And then Chester passed. That song was amazing when it was released, and his death has filled that song with meaning for me that makes it hard to listen to if I am not already sad. I think about everyone that has passed in my life and how much I miss them when I listen to that song. Edit. Typo. Exit music for a film. Radiohead really surprised this wasn't mentioned. Came to also suggest Pyramid Song and How to Disappear Completely. Fast Car. Nutshell by Alice in Chains. This song reached me in one of my lowest points, and I still listen to it when I'm down. The Night We Met by Lord Huron. A friend of mine committed suicide quite a few years ago, and her favorite Kinks song was Strangers. So, now every time I'm feeling really sad I pull this song out and think about the past. Youth by Daughter. I would also add Landfill by Daughter. A Lack of Color by Death Cab for Cutie. I Will Follow You Into the Dark is another one by them. Gets Me Every Time. All by Myself. I hope you're not talking about Green Day. Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls. Wish You Were Here by Incubus. Who Knew by Pink. Lightning Crashes by Live the Scientist by Coldplay. Fix You by Coldplay. Fallen by Sarah McLachlan. The Goo Goo Dolls one really fucks me up the most though. In high school, I played Iris on guitar while one of my closest friends sang it to ask his crush out to prom. He was killed 6 years ago in a hit and run and I still can't listen to the song. Snuff by Slipknot. They are a heavy metal band, but that song ISNT. Dead Memories is my go-to song. You can also hear how amazing Corey Taylor's voice is there. Casimir Pulaski Day by Sufjan Stevens. And 4th of July and The Only Thing. Romeo and Juliet by Dire Straits. Juliet says, "Hey, it's Romeo, you nearly gave me a heart attack." Bother by Stone Sour. Fix You. Everybody Hurts, Suspicion's Minds. Something in the Way. Nirvana. Nutshell, Alice in Chains. The MTV Unplugged version of Nutshell is so dark. Everybody Hurts. Rem. One More Light. Linkin Park, Hurt. Johnny Cash. Coldplay, Fix You. Adele, Someone Like You. Bon Iver, Skinny Love. Lady Gaga, I'll Never Love Again. That whole album by Bon Iver is pure pain. Hide and Seek, Imogen Heap. Father and Son by Cat Stevens. Been worried about my dad lately. He lives somewhere getting hit hard by COVID-19 and is immunocompromised. I haven't really been able to listen to anything else. Time, Don't Leave Me Now, and Comfortably Numb, all by Pink Floyd. Actually, basically anything by Pink Floyd. I had to make a conscious decision to stop listening to them every night because I was getting depressed. For some reason when I'm feeling blue I really like listening to covers. I don't know why. Here are some of my go-tos when I want to mope though. 2 Coins, City and Colour, anything by City and Colour really, A Wasted Hymn, Architects. Eleanor Rigby, The Beatles. So Far Away, Avenged. Sevenfold Safer in the Forest, Love Song for Poor Michigan, Le Dispute. Dark Times, The Weeknd. Everything Will Rust, Misery Signals. Blackbird, Alter Bridge. I Remember You by Skid Row. Such a good fucking song. Also Fade to Black. Porter's Head, Roads. Liability by Lorde. Cancer by My Chemical Romance. I love MCR, I still can't believe they actually came back. Pictures of You, by The Cure. Black, by Pearl Jam. Everybody Knows by Leonard Cohen. Such a fucking downer. Broken, and Careless Whisper, by See There Is a Real Tearjerker. Also, Lonely Day, by System of a Down. They played those songs at my 19-year-old cousin's funeral after he was killed by a drunk driver, and every time Jay hear those songs my heart gets heavy, but I still love them because after I listen to them I feel better. Brand New. The Devil and God Are Raging Inside Me. Can someone make a Spotify playlist of all these songs? Rainbow Connection, Kermit and Willie Nelson. Fireflies by Owl City. Such a great song, but it's one of those where it was like a fever dream, but at the same time, a good one. It was really popular and at the same time underrated. Reminds me of the good, old days and is about nostalgia and wanting time to go slower. Vanilla Twilight is also a great song. Medicine, Daughter Everything I Wanted, Billie Eilish Breathe Me, Sia Do You Feel It, Chaos Chaos NF, Paralyzed Varo, Sigur Rós. Tears in Heaven, Waiting Around to Die, Towns Van Zandt Two Daughters and a Beautiful Wife, Drive by Truckers Elephant, Jason Isbell Pay No Rent, Turnpike Troubadours. Bridge Over Troubled Water, Everybody Plays the Fool. Daniel by Elton John. My Immortal by Evanescence. This song will make me cry. More recent is Half a Man by Dean Lewis. The River by Bruce Springsteen. Sam Stone by John Prine. Racing in the Streets by Springsteen might be even sadder. 505 by Arctic Monkeys. Stan by Eminem. Far Away by Avenged Sevenfold. No Lies, Just Love by Bright Eyes. Jealous by Labyrinth. Nothing Compares to You Chris Cornell version. I fucking miss his voice. The A-Team. I had a really close friend who died of drug overdose and I can't stop but tear up whenever I listen to this song. Guys don't do drugs. Okay. I know you mean the Ed Sheeran sing, but I can't be the only one here who heard the A-Team theme song and was very confused for a moment. Snuff by Slipknot. My Immortal by Evanescence. Apocalypse by Cigarettes After Sex. It Does Hit Hard Sometimes. La Vie en Rose, Edith Piaf. Pretty Much Anything by Radiohead. A few songs that come to mind right away though are No Surprises, Videotape, and Daydreaming. Pyramid Song, How to Disappear Completely, Motion Picture Soundtrack. Hello by Evanescence. Mad World by Gary Jules or Tears for Fears I Fall to Pieces by Patsy Cline. Say Something by Great Big World. Say Something is such a great song. Dance with My Father. I lost my mum a year ago and it's only just brighter these days. Dad's still alive but ugh, just knowing it'll have meaning one day. I can't listen to it unless I know I can ugly cry in private. Don't Speak by No Doubt. Jar of Hearts by Christina Perri. Quiet Uptown from Hamilton. It's one of my favorites from the musical, but I couldn't listen to that song while my daughter was an infant. I was scared to death of SIDS, and that song was just a little too, real, though that could have just been the sleep deprivation and paternal hormones playing havoc with me. Someone You Loved by Lewis Capaldi. Scene 3 Stomach Tied in Knots by Sleeping with Sirens. Sad Romance Feels. Agoraphobic by Corpse Cradles by Suburban Talk is Overrated by Jeremy Zucker. My ex introduced me to the song but I still like the song itself. Cheating is a Crime by Takayan. This one's more of a bop but the lyrics are sad. Deuteronomy chapter 2 verse 10 by the Mountain Goats. No brothers left, and there'll be no more after me. Silver and Cold, AFI. The Living Years, by Mike and the Mechanics Angel, by Eurythmics. Hallelujah, originally by Leonard Cohen, but the Jeff Buckley cover. Angie, The Rolling Stones. The Last Song, Elton John. Innuendo, full album, Queen. Hello, Evanescence. This, 100%. Therapy by All Time Low. Jack Stober is a library for this stuff. I'd have to say, Today, and Oklahoma. I haven't gotten into Jack Stober yet, but Fighter and Two Time are both bangers. Maybe this weekend I finally will listen to everything he has. Alice in Chains, MTV Unplugged. Especially, Down in a Hole. I Hope You Dance. It's gotta be either, Between the Bars by Elliott Smith or Hurt by Johnny Cash. I Can't Make You Love Me, Bonnie Raitt. The George Michael's cover is just as good too. We Are Nowhere and It's Now Bright Eyes. Not sad lyrically but La Vie en Rose makes me cry every time. Say You Won't Let Go. James Arthur. I Need Some Sleep. Eels. 9 Lives or Pretty Much Anything. Damien Rice. Floating in the Fourth by Frightened Rabbit. It's a song about a guy who is thinking about drowning himself in the Fourth River but decides to save suicide for another day. Sadly, the writer of the song, Scott Hutchison, did drown himself in that very river a few years later. Tremendous band and a terrible loss. I Wish I Was Sober, by the same band is another great, sad song. Anything by Billie Holiday. Less Than Jake, Rest of My Life. Good Charlotte, Where Would We Be Now. E-Double, Cycle of Nightmares. Ill Scarlet, Life of a Soldier. My Chemical Romance, Disenchanted. Linkin Park, Leave Out All the Rest. Less Than 3. Disenchanted, one of my favorite songs. I'd have said The Light Behind Your Eyes, though, had to skip that one for a few years. In the End. Linkin Park. Alone in a Room. Acoustic. Asking Alexandria, What hurts the most? Cover Aaron Lewis. Tell me why and never too late. 3 Days Grace. I could continue but you get the gist of it. Shake It Out. Florence and the Machine. One Headlight by the Wallflowers. I love that song so much. I'm Sorry It's Your Sad Song. Empty by Juice WRLD. Cinderella, the band, Don't Know What You Got, Till It's Gone. Come Pick Me Up by Ryan Adams. Good Arms vs Bad Arms by Frightened Rabbit. Was looking for FR. I'd nominate Poke, but Good Arms vs Bad Arms is a good one too. Mr. Probs. Waves. Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. Jenny by Nothing More. Objects in the Rearview Mirror by Meatloaf. Ghost by Bad Flower. Cassie by Flyleaf. Ghost really gets me, man. I only just discovered them like a year and a half ago and saw them live, pre-COVID obviously. I gotta be careful listening to that song because it can really fuck up my emotions sometimes. 505 by Arctic Monkeys. Nutshell by Alice in Chains. My top 4, It's All Over But the Crying and Bleed Like Me by Garbage Me and MIA by Ted Leo and the Pharmacists. How to Save a Life by The Fray. Breathe Me by Sia. Me and MIA is a great song. There Is a Light That Never Goes Out, The Smiths. $1 Million Bill by Doors. Long As I Can See the Light by Creedence Clearwater Revival. It Ain't the Whiskey by Gary Allan. In My Sleep by Austin Hartley. Leonard. Keep Yourself Warm by Frightened Rabbit. Keep Yourself Warm is excellent. I first heard $1 Million Bill when they were still in the Middle Brother Band and I've loved it ever since. Not my personal sad song but Paint It Black is a classic and probably a good sad song. A lot of Hank Williams. Specifically, Lost Highway. Hillbilly Shakespeare. Superstar by Sonic Youth. Bob Dylan has a shit ton of amazing ballads. Sign on the Window. I Can't Leave Her Behind. Bucks of Rain. Simple Twist of Fate. I could name like 100 of them, all in different styles and eras. Alex Turner, from Arctic Monkeys, also has a lot of amazing ones with great lyrics that really articulate that feeling of loss. Impossible Year by Panic. At the Disco. Charlie Boy, The Lumineers. Not in That Way. Sam Smith. The Parting Glass. Numerous artists but Hosier has a good version. Hold You Now. Vampire Weekend. If I'm James Dean. You're Audrey Hepburn. Sleeping with Sirens. Jack and Blow. Attaboy. Dear Winter. A JR Addict with a Pen. 21 Pilots. Edit. Just realized I put like nearly 10 songs and I have so many more, so I'll stop there. Sorry about that. Smiley face. Terrible Things. Mayday Parade. One More Light. Linkin Park. Nearer My God to Thee. Andre Rieu, specifically his live show in Amsterdam. 3 Libras by A Perfect Circle. Miserable at Best. Mayday Parade. All Too Well and Champagne Problems, both by Taylor Swift. Soco Amaretto Lime. I Know It's Over by The Smiths, and Pearl Jam's Release. Bon Iver, Skinny Love. Missed You by The Weeknd. Goodbye Young Tutor, You've Now Outgrown Me by Say Anything. Oh man, back when MySpace was still a thing, my ex put that as her profile song, or maybe she typed out the lyrics as a blog entry. This was 2006, so I forget, but I ended up asking her if that was directed towards me, and she was like, yep. So yeah, when I hear this song I can't help but wonder about what might have been. Mad World. All of Lil Peep Part 1. Rue. Girl in Red. This is one of them. It brings me so close to crying, but I can't cry. It's something that just stopped out random. Yes, I feel, but some things are never the same. Carmelita by Warren Zevon. So fucking depressing, like the last trickle down the drain of life. That's one of mine, too. Zevon was a master of this art form, though. Mutineer, Carmelita, Renegade, Don't Let Us Get Sick, and especially, Keep Me in Your Heart for a While, amped up by the fact that he was actually dying while recording that one, are all masterpieces. Ironically, when I listen to these sad songs, I am happy and in a good mood. True Love Awaits, Radiohead No Surprises, Radiohead Daydreaming, Radiohead Pyramid Song, Radiohead The Scientist, Coldplay Breathe Me, Sia Gravity, Coldplay Present Tense, Radiohead Chasing Cars, Snow Patrol Wonderwall, Lucifer Cast, Leslie Ann Brandt. Finally, someone mentioning Radiohead, Alone Again, Naturally, Gilbert O'Sullivan. Melancholy Hill has a very, very special place in my heart, and it makes me cry literally 60% of the time, every time.
Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.